Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you again so much for joining me here. Another coverage here again of dogs. We're going to double check to see if it's worth buying now. As we described previously, it really wasn't. We wanted to wait for confirmation. We're still in a similar circumstance or situation, but we got to recognize a few important things here, okay? Because a lot of people just buy the bottom to buy the bottom. They typically fail because they don't understand generally best practice for situations like this. Again, this has limited data, right, folks? It's ICO or whatever you want to call it. When it was put on a lot of different exchanges, is very, very recent. There's less data, and in turn, less reliability. So please understand that. But what we want to look at, of course, is a few key factors, and there are some reliable sources here that we want to look at, such as the previous support level here at about 12.1 or 12 even. That is going to be a new resistance, okay? Not just with Fibonacci retracement here, which you can kind of see on the charts, but more important, that previous support level turned resistance. That's a very standard and normal circumstance there, okay? So again, that's kind of what we're looking at there. Before we get started, I ask you hit the like button, comment below. Absolutely appreciate it when you do that. Gets us in front of more people so we can get more coverage of this coin, but more importantly, less people destroyed by the market or those other moon boys, right? Quick look here. Congrats to our community members for some nice short profits from Ethereum. We shorted ETH over the weekend, 32%. And of course, the previous AVAX short from previous back roughly about 7 days ago, about 57%. So nice little weekend for us for profit. Is dogs worth taking a trade right now? Let's go ahead and look at that and see what we're thinking, okay? Normally I'd pull up liquidation data and kind of find out where we're at there. There is no liquidation data on High Block Capital, which is the resource that I use for that. So we'll go ahead and rely on some other specific indicators that are important. Now, again, daily time frame, we're not going to get a lot of data here. There's no moving averages. There's not really a lot of trends set yet. Okay, so we kind of have to look at the 4-hour and the hourly and focus solely on those, just to kind of understand where we're at. Okay. Now, future reference, I do have a Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I post my playout charts here, so I'll go ahead and post something along these lines on that social media there, effectively, just to ensure that you have access to it. But just know at this point here, what we're going to look at in the 4-hour is, well, more importantly, I would say the SMA here. And again, the 20 is the only option here for the moment. We don't have a lot of SMAs again in the 4-hour just yet. But the 20-day SMA in most cases is all you need on the 4-hour time frame to recognize where you're at in the overall sense of things. Now, recognize that it's very tantalizing to go on and try to buy right now, and there's truth that you probably will find some success if you do that. However, it's going to be limited success, and if you do so, you want to use good risk tolerance. Having said that, though, this excellent chart, first of all, to clarify, was a previous confirmation area we're looking for to take a long. Good thing we didn't take any longs, right? Because the price continued lower, right? Now, again, Bitcoin, if you look at Bitcoin, pulled back pretty heavy over the weekend. It is breaking free from its descending wedge here, or falling wedge, however you put it, and effectively in better shape. Now, that is a good foundation of this here, right? If Bitcoin can hold 58.5, I think we're probably going to see 60 to 62K as a possibility. If that occurs, dogs will probably leg up a lot sooner or quicker. We have a fair value gap here upwards of about 11.8, basically implying that the previous support is the new resistance, where once that fair value gap is filled, a lot of times price action will continue lower. Okay? So keep in mind that could be the new resistance. So if you're going to take a long, I would recommend or insist that 11.8, 11.9 is your take profit target, or possibly even sooner, okay? Just based on the way the market is. We look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see we got this natural little bounce off 30 on the RSI. That is fantastic. Basically implies that there's a lot of buying pressure at this lower range here at about 10.5. Okay, so that's a good solid support for us. MACD is starting to lose its momentum too, implying that we have a shift in momentum occurring, with stochastic already also bottoming out here. So good chance we're going to be able to see a swing, or at least a push up to the previous support turned resistance at about 12 even, or 11.8. Yeah, that fair value gap is a little bit easier to see here on this chart with the hourly. But if we take a look at the Ichimoku cloud, this is my confirming factor. This indicator works phenomenal on most coins. And traditional markets too. That's kind of where I originally got the indicator as good confirming reliable tool. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Ichimoku Cloud, I have an instructional video for that. Search my YouTube if you want. But the key takeaway here is lagging span is not free and clear of the price action, implying that short position is still in play if you have one open. It also implies you don't take a long, right? We don't have good enough momentum. We want the conversion line to be above the baseline. That hasn't happened yet. We also need to be above the upper and lower lead on the cloud. Okay, so again, this confirms that taking a long position right now is extremely risky. The best time to take a long position would be to wait until the price breaks back up over the 20-day SMA or this 12 even mark. Okay, so again, I'll post this playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord so you can kind of easily see that representation there. But generally speaking, we're looking for a closure above the previous resistance to be able to confirm the next uptrend. And it is absolutely true. The price can still increase between now and then. And yes, if you don't take a trade now, you'll miss out on the opportunity. And if the price comes up here, you're gonna be feeling some FOMO. That happens all the time, though, folks. This is just FOMO is literally the entire crypto market. So try not to feel weird or bad about missing that. Wouldn't you much rather take a trade that actually has more success of converting in the way that you want it to, versus taking a high risk trade right now just to retest the previous resistance? I don't know. To me, it just makes a lot more sense to wait for confirmation. So again, if you do insist on a long, just ensure you secure profits 11.7, 11.8, maybe 11.9 tops, because there's a good chance, distinct probability this will be the new resistance for us. And we're going to spend some time in this lower range between 10 and 12. Okay. So just some things to kind of think about. Once again, I'll post our playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I'll clean up the charts here a little bit. And we'll see you in the next one. I deeply appreciate you again watching. Hope you learned something today. Comment below if you get a chance. Don't forget to like. We'll see you soon. Have a good one. Take care.